Hey, are you guys there? I'm walking down to the lake. I'll let you see. It's really warm today. And I'm live. Okay, so I thought I'd just sit down here and pull a few cards and see what Spirit's got to say to you guys. My landlord showed me the lake level and it's super low. Hey. And I needed to come down and see it. He said that, oh my God, they drained our lake. He's like, no, it's been really dry. I'm like, no, they freaking drained our lake. Look at this. This has only been a few days. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, you guys know what this normally looks like. The freaking dock. Oh, hey, you. Hi, beauties. It's like sitting every time. Joy does that every time. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, you guys, we're going down. Where do I sit? I'm in my flip-flops and I freaking came flying down here. That was kind of dangerous. So, I don't know where I want to sit. I don't really want to sit in the bright sun, but I should have stayed up at the dock house, except for I can get closer to the animals down here. Oh, you know what? I didn't put do not disturb on this. So if we get a phone call, like Joy just called, yeah, I'm gonna have to go, hi. Do you know what? I've got my, oh, there, now I can see. How funny is that? So I've got my contacts in, and these are just regular sunglasses. And I paid a fortune for these because I had to leave the optometrist and I couldn't see, but I had no sunglasses anymore because my sunglasses are prescription. And I put these ones on and everything's like a freaking weird psychedelic color. So I can't read until I take them off. How interesting. Lost connection? Okay, so that means I need to go back up. Hold on. Can you guys see? Yeah. I'll have to go back up. I just wanted to see the dock, and I thought maybe it's probably not a good idea. Dang, I can barely make it up this thing with my flip-flops. They're freaking slippery. I've never seen a lake that low. So they poured this shit into the lake because the water's actually not very, it's not healthy at all. And they poured this stuff into the lake, and then soon after they did that, the lake's drained. So come on. This is a man-made lake and there's a dam, so they completely drained the lake out. That's nuts. Okay, it must mean something to us too. So we'll go over here. See how I did this for my landlord, and he hasn't really, oh, there's flowers over on those ones. Let's go here. Okay, that's a pretty view. I got you guys on a tripod so I can, good Lord, I can't wear my sunglasses. That's bizarre. So, hi there. So now I realize that I can't wear sunglasses while I wear my contacts. Huh. Well, that's not very helpful. If I want to read, that is. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, while you guys are looking at the lake, I decided to fold this thing up. Come on, help me out here. Mercury retrograde is definitely testing patience right now. For sure. For sure. I don't know how you guys are doing with Mercury retrograde. The best thing we can do is not fight it. Right? Dang. Okay. Hey, that's actually quite high. I've got this on a, no, I'm too short. Okay, so we have 2 decks we're working with. Sandy's there today, our secretary, so if she wants to be secretary, it would probably be very helpful for everybody else because she's on it, and I'm not really good at it. I'm looking at our clouds, and I was reading the clouds earlier today and I got a bunch of messages. Right now they're a little blown out, but I can see an angel right now. Up there, flying high, that one right there. So if the osprey shows up, this would be a good place, because I can show you guys. I had my cool sunglasses if I don't want to have to read anything. That's not going to help anybody. Okay, so I've got the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, and I have my deck, the Naked Truth, and I have added more. I counted them. Remember, I said I was kind of guessing when I guesstimated how many cards were in my deck. I said there's probably, I kept seeing the number 333. So I thought to myself, there's probably 333 cards in this deck. In actuality, there was literally 336. I couldn't get over it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But I had to pull some cards out that were actually, I had mixed in with these cards that actually were my mom's. So they weren't my deck, so I couldn't use those ones. So I pulled them out and I made new cards. Those ones I kept to the side. I'm not gonna steal somebody else's, right? And I have added more of my own. So these ones are, they are the Naked Truth. Hey, Juan. Okay, so let's start counting how many people want to have a message. And do you want a message from which deck? So you've got Tony Carmine Salerno's, or you got the Naked Truth. And be ready for it when you get it, because these are hard hitters, right? It's the Naked Truth. It's literally gonna be, make sure you're ready for it. Now, the message could be from you to someone else. So it's actually quite helpful for couples readings. And it could be from someone else to you, or it could be for somebody. Well, you've heard some of them. They're pretty, they're straight to the point, that's for sure. And some of them are kind of racy. It's the Naked Truth. It's what it is. So I can't see. So who's ready to go? Hi, Juan. It's beautiful. Here, take a look out where I'm at. This is where we are today. We're in Canyon Lake, California. And this is what we're looking at. I came down to, that's our beach right here. And this is our little beach right here. That's where Lily is buried, right over there. I could sit there, couldn't I? I could sit there, then I'd have to stand. I know, you know what's so funny? Is that most people want the Naked Truth. I do. Right? I want the freaking truth. I'd rather be, you know, slapped with the truth than hugged with a lie. And that's a freaking fact. Okay, so that makes things a lot easier for me, because it won't take as much time. My cards are swift and to the point. Kind of like me, right? So, who's first? I don't know who's first. Okay, Naked Truth, and all right, you guys have got to tell me who's first. Actually, Sandy can take a look and see who it was that, I got a message for myself. Yay, I got a really good message for me. I keep getting the same message, so I got to believe it's true. So let me know who's up, and we can do this. Man, I still have dark circles under my eyes. It's getting a little better, a little bit of sleep. So while you guys let me know who's first, I'm not getting it. So if you're writing it down, I'm not getting it. I'll shuffle these cards and ask Spirit which deck, because I've got 3 of them. Keisha is number 1. And what did Keisha ask for? Keisha is number 1. Her and I have been discussing that this morning. So Keisha, is it the Naked Truth, or do you want the... Okay, so there's a message that already came out for Keisha. It flipped. Too aggressive, slow down. That's the message. Too aggressive, slow down. You're either saying that to someone else, or they're saying that to you, or Spirit is saying that to you. Too aggressive, slow down. And we can keep going around, but I'm gonna do them like that. So that's Keisha's message. Who's next? 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll let you guys choose. 1, 2, 3. If the Naked Truth, I've got 3 bundles, right? I've got 3 different decks. I've got 3 different decks, 111 messages in each deck, and there's 3 decks. So if it's the Naked Truth, which deck? 1, 2, or 3? And I'll have them organized that way. Felicia is number 2, the Naked Truth. Okay. So these are moms. We'll put these over here. Correct for neutrality. Felicia. Felicia, what's Felicia's message from the Naked Truth? And it would be helpful if you guys actually say, Keisha wants, okay, it's the Gaia Oracle. It's the Naked Truth is the other. Felicia's 3. Correct for neutrality. Whoop, okay. So, gosh, my eyes are so freaking sensitive. So, Felicia, your message is there is something better coming. That's your message. Now, what's interesting is I don't ask for how many. Spirit tells me how many are coming. And your message is, you got actually 4 messages. So something better is coming. You're ready for it. It's coming in a matter of weeks. And somebody is saying to you, you make my heart sing. Ew, I like that. I like that. Sandy, the Naked Truth, pile 3. Okay. Pile 3 for Sandy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Oh yeah, go behind the sun. Go behind the clouds. It's better on my eyes. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. For Sandy, what is the message most helpful for Sandy? Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm asking for guidance from all beings from the light, ascended masters, and assisting me. That everything, this reading be presided over by Archangel Michael, and that he keep a protective shield around me and all of us in keeping this in a place of peace. Okay, so Sandy, your partner trusts you. Be loyal to them. Your partner trusts you. Be loyal to them. Okay. Karen, hi. Your question was answered, Keisha? Spirit knows what it's doing, right? So who's next? I don't like the fact that I have to squint. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Okay, these are all shuffled. They're all ready to go. So 1, 2, or 3 if it's the Naked Truth. Otherwise, the other deck is Tony Carmine Salerno's Gaia Oracle. Sherilyn is number 4, and she wants the Naked Truth, but I don't know. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go. If you guys don't give me the which deck you want, 1, 2, or 3 of my Naked Truth, then I'll just keep kind of like alternating. That's what I'll do. There it is. Hers came out already. Oh, interesting. So someone is requesting that you stop telling others your problems, our problems between you. So somebody close to you doesn't want you to share their problems or your problems with other people. That's what they're saying. You're welcome. Joy, yes. Would anybody else want a message? I can keep going, right? Now that I've got it organized, we can keep going. We don't have to just do one. Sherilyn, 2. Okay, Sherilyn, 2. Correct for neutrality. Sherilyn, what's a message for Sherilyn? Joy, 5. What are you? Joy is 5. Okay. Joy's 5. Okay, Joy. Somebody is saying, I love someone else, or you need to say that to someone and make it clear. I love someone else is the message. I love someone else. That's the answer or a message. Now, remember, you guys, this can be for you. I mean, these are your messages. These are messages for you. But it can be a response for someone else, right? So somebody else who's talking and discussing, say, your daughter or your son or whatever, and this is an answer to a question. And it can be just a statement, whatever it is. You work with whatever Spirit tells you. Tony Carmine Salerno for Sandy. Okay. Correct for neutrality for Sandy. Correct for neutrality. What is the message for Sandy? We're asking for clear communication, clear guidance, that the messages given are correct, that they're understood, in the way that they're meant to be understood. That was too many. That was 4. I don't mind if there's a couple, but 4 is too many. Correct for neutrality. Just one, please. The most applicable one for Sandy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sandy. Ooh, I like this one. Eternal. Oh, is it Sandy? Hold on. Who am I doing this for? Yeah, Sandy. Eternal love. This is awesome. See this right here, this path right here? When I was on my first quest up to Northern California, I found a piece of seaweed dried in this shape. Just like that. It's amazing. And what it shows you is 2 people taking the same path. That's what I see. 2 people taking the same path. But sometimes you're down, they're up, you're down, but you're going in the same direction, right? Even if there's, you know, dips and valleys, the valleys would be challenges, the dips would be like, woo, a drop down. Sometimes a dip is, you think it's a positive, other times it's a negative, because a dip would be like roller coaster, right? Out of control. But there's a rainbow after difficult times, and the sun is out, and the sun is always talking about good things. So even though you may not be in sync as you move forward, you're still moving forward, and you're right next to each other. So the message is happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. That's beautiful. I love that. And Joy wants the naked truth? Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality for Joy. Woo! For Joy. Wow, Joy, you got some heavy-duty stuff. I'm going to ask Spirit if this is this accurate for now? I guess. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Hold on. Correct for neutrality. Joy. I want a message for Joy. I only want to drop what's for Joy. Okay. I asked, and the message is don't be their friend, they're using you. So there is somebody, don't be his or her friend, they're using you. So there's somebody there that's attempting to network instead of befriend. So Spirit's asking you to step back. I'm going to ask for another. Is there another message for Joy? Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Joy, is there another message? Correct for neutrality for Joy. People are going to be afraid of this deck. Somebody needs to address their drinking or smoking. The message is you need to address your drinking or smoking. So that would be for your health benefits. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. And someone is telling you that it's hard for them to show their true feelings. Okay? So that's for Joy. I like these messages because they don't leave anything to the imagination. You know, you're going to get it. You're going to get the straight skinny. Correct for neutrality. Anybody else? People are like, I don't want to even go there. There's wonderful things in these too. There's just challenges, but you know, you're moving. Good. If it's the same place that you were before, it sounds like it's a good idea that you are. I do neither. So then somebody has to do that. Somebody in your family, maybe that's something that you need to say to somebody else. Drinking or smoking. You know what? It doesn't have to be alcohol. Maybe you're drinking too much pop. Because it's about health, right? Maybe you're not drinking enough water, like me. Right now, I'm really parched. I'm really dry. People always jump to the worst conclusion, right? I know that I need to address my drinking of water. I don't drink enough water. My skin is dry, and I'm parched. So you absolutely. Robin McKay. What, correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I like that. You know, when you think back about, I'm waiting for Sandy to tell me who's next. Think back about what Sandy got, right? Your partner trusts you, be loyal to them. And then she gets the next message, which shows that even if Sandy's been married a long time, right? So sometimes when you're having difficulty with your partners, or maybe you think, you know, I wonder if he's feeling this, or I wonder if she's feeling that. And the message showed how even though sometimes, and think about it in marriage for sure, even in just friendship, sometimes you're not in sync with one another. But if there has been difficult times, there's a rainbow and there's always the sun. And no matter what, there's happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. So those messages go together. Whereas if you were just to take the first message, you would think, wow, is Sandy cheating on her husband? No, she's not. Sandy's a very beautiful woman with the body of a young girl. And I would think that would be very intimidating for an older man, right? So her partner trusts her. And that's probably one of the highest compliments a man can, or a woman can give to somebody else. That's how I feel. If somebody doesn't trust me, that hurts my feelings. I'm very trustworthy, right? So I think that's awesome. Robin is next. Which deck? Okay, Robin. Correct for neutrality. I'm not going to assume and pick a deck because I know that the naked truth is it's naked, right? And this is public, so maybe some people aren't comfortable with some of the messages that might come out. But do remember, there's all kinds of different ways that these things can be addressed. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who's next, please? Correct for neutrality on all levels. This, I think this deck, I was thinking about, what the uses for this deck would be. I think it's going to be an awesome couples reading deck for each other, because there's things that are in here that sometimes people have a hard time saying to one another, and it's just out there. Me choose. Okay. So this message is just going out. Spirit said just to say it because it made itself obvious, and so I'm sharing it. And if it is somebody in your life, you'll know it's for you. And if you don't know this might be some information that you need to understand that somebody just lost their job and they're humiliated. It's very difficult for them. And I will say that it's different for men than it is for women. It just is. A man, because of society, has been raised to believe that a woman is raised to be a mother. A man is raised to be a head of a family. It's just the way the world has been. Not anymore. We're teaching our kids different, but us, right? And if a man loses his job, he takes that as a personal attack at his own manhood. So when a man loses his job, and I would say if a woman loses her job too, it's humiliating, right? It's humiliating. I was fired from a job, and it was completely unfair. And I know now why it happened. It happened because I was supposed to do my spiritual work, but it was completely a setup. And I thought, why are you allowing this to happen? I literally said that to Spirit. Why are you allowing this to happen? Because they wanted me out of that toxic environment. So somebody has lost their job. They are taking it as a hit. They're taking it as humiliation. So try to be compassionate and understand that. And if they're watching, they need to hear this, that if they lost their job, they should say thank you to Spirit because something better is coming for them. Okay, so Robin, they said the naked truth. I got the naked truth pile, deck 3 for you. Somebody's going to catch you is what I just got. And I got, they will figure it out. Yes. They will figure it out. Yes, is the message. So I said somebody will catch you, catch them. Spirit is always there to catch us. Is there another message for her from this pile? Correct for neutrality. So they will figure it out, and yes could be two different messages, right? It could be yes, they'll figure it out, but it didn't say it that way. It says they will figure it out. Yes. So 2 different messages. And then you're being take that leap you were considering. And what did I say? Someone's going to catch you. There you go. Okay. That's what happened to you. You lost your job, Joy. You know what? If you lost that job at that place, I know that is in your highest good. Absolutely. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And also, a lot of times, we don't see that until afterwards, right? We don't see how it frees us up to be able to do something that we wouldn't maybe have done. Sometimes we're forced to do something, maybe even move in with someone else or go to a location that we wouldn't have normally chosen because that's all we can afford, or, but when we get there, then we connect with the next person, and that person connects you to this person, and that's where you're meant to be the whole time. You're welcome. I also got another message for the collective just now. If they knew how much you cared, they would come back. If they knew how much you cared, they would come back. So another message too, Joy. When did you lose your job? because I'm curious about when you lost your job. Can you because as a spiritual person, as somebody who is connected, I and many of the people that I know, we aren't hit so hard during Mercury retrograde. We're hit in the pre-shadow period, right? So if you lost your job in the pre-shadow period of Mercury retrograde, think about that, right? It's coming back around in a better place. Okay, here's a message, and it just came out. It's for the collective, but I'll admit it's for me. I feel insecure about my body. I'm admitting it, and that's another message I was thinking about the persons who, if they knew how much you cared, they'd come back. Don't hold back your feelings due to pride or anything, ego or fear of any. Don't ever be anything different than who you are. You left in the middle of August. Well, it's good. Anybody else? People aren't jumping on this. I'm surprised. I keep watching the doves fly around, and they keep going by in sets of 3. So 3 is full circle completion. It's also the Ascended Masters are working with you. It's also the divine goddess number, very sacred number for goddess energy for women. It's always 3. Oh, I tried to turn it around to show you guys, but I knocked all my cards. You were just told it was time? Yeah. Look at me squinting. So I thought when I got contacts, I'd be able to see, right? Apparently not to read. I can see really good at a distance, like I used to, but up close I'm squinting. So did everybody go away? I might ask for a message for me. Somebody says, you broke my spirit. Somebody says you broke my spirit. Wow, that's awful. I felt that, absolutely. You broke my spirit. So that's how somebody felt, and it's an awful way to feel, and I can't imagine what somebody did to make them feel that way, but in all reality, nobody can break our spirit. Nobody, right? I don't know the meaning of the word defeat or give up. I'm loving your deck. Your deck is awesome. My dock is beautiful. Sandy, there's not many viewers. How interesting. I think those cards are scary. I just heard something too. My mom used to call me, thanks Sandy, my mom used to call me Scary Sherry. She did. My eyes scare people, she said, because I can read them. Contacts make it harder to read when we're older. Yeah, fuck that, man. These are awesome. I mean, it's like, really? I was shocked. I thought I could actually see. So somebody says, I've known since the day we met that you were for me. That's nice to know. So if nobody else is going to ask for a message, I'm going to ask for one for myself. I'll use my own deck. I'll use my own deck. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the message that you want me to hear? What is the message? You know, sometimes the message, like I said, isn't necessarily what I need to hear. It could be what I'm saying to someone else. Could be what Spirit says to me or what someone says to me. I love someone else, somebody says. Or I say, I love someone else. I had to say that this morning. So that's me saying that. So I'm going to see if there's anything else in this deck to show me if that is somebody saying that to me or if that was just me, because I had to say that today. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. What is it that I need to see in this pile for myself? Show me. What is the message I need to see, please? Your card hit home. An old ex is after me, but I'm in love with someone else. Yeah, that's the same with me. But then I have somebody else that's actually someone that I care about, his friend's hitting on me. It's really awful. Really awful. That's like the worst. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You never age. Oh, I say that to my twin because he doesn't. I would have loved to have taken that for myself. That was for your card. I'm going to ask for me too. Come on, I need to know. Wow. They are worried that you will reject them and have fear. So I'm saying I love someone else. I also say you never age. Maybe somebody's saying that to me, which would be super cool. And I'm being told that they are worried that I will reject them, and so they have fear. And somebody's saying, or Spirit is saying, they were a lesson learned, move on. Maybe saying it to them or saying it to me. So let me count the doves now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is talking about victory. 6 is nostalgia. 6 is going back to the past. Makes sense considering we're in Mercury retrograde. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Do you have any more for me before I ask for somebody else? You let me down, it hurts. You let me down, it hurts. They are worried you will reject them, fear. I love someone else. They were a lesson, moved on. You never age. You let me down, it hurts. I admit that. Not that I let them down, that I feel they let me down. But like I said, right? We all know in all reality, everything happens for a reason and for lessons, but it does hurt. You know, no one says it doesn't hurt. Okay. Anybody else want a reading? I got the message I got is act now, and that's not me, because there's nothing I can do. When Spirit shows me to act, I act, and how to act. Hey, Ginny. There's my soul sister from Wisconsin. Jenny, you want a reading? I have 2 decks. I have Tony Carmine Salerno's The Gaia Oracle, and I have my deck. There's actually three series of 111 cards called The Naked Truth. If you want a reading, I'll do one for you. Joy says, yes, I think that is the truth. Correct for neutrality. Truth hurts sometimes, right? But sometimes it's what you need to hear. So, please don't forget me. Someone is saying, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings is the response to, you let me down and it hurt. You are safe is my message to you. There's still time to fix things. Smile. So, whoever those messages go out to, I know who I'm speaking to. Yes, from Cisco. Little Cisco. Ginny's in a band. She's a freaking rock star. Are you bass, Ginny, or guitar? Uncle Phil plays the drums. Her husband, Randy, is the lead singer and plays guitar, right? Lead guitar, I think. And Ginny is a singer and bass. Isn't that a freaking dream? Dream to be in a band with your husband? Oh my God. Especially when you got Uncle Phil on backup. I'm surprised you're here. Do you want a reading, Ginny? Correct for neutrality on all levels. I can't believe I'm actually having to ask people, do you want a reading? You know? If it's not something that you guys are into, that's cool. I'll go do something else. Amazing. I don't even, yeah, isn't that, there's such a delay. I can't believe that there's such a delay. Okay, let's see. And you know what I'll do? Unless somebody jumps on, I will, I'm going to do today's reading. Whoop! Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you. To today's reading, this is what we're going to choose from. Because amazing. We're going to choose from this. I got this from my landlord up in Santa Cruz Mountains. So turn on the light. Coal oil lamp. That's one item. The fish candle holder is another item. big mouth bass is another item. And the angelfish, this is me, is the other item. So there are items we're going to choose from. I think you guys can see them all, right? Okay, so the first one that we are going to work with is the coal oil lamp. And the message, ooh, 2 messages. I thought there was only one, but there's 2. First message came out, and it's Ganesh. Lord Ganesh, the obstacle remover, says that whatever was thwarting your progress, whatever was in your way, whatever blockage was there, is getting kicked the hell out of the way by Archangel Michael's foot, and he's riding in on Ganesh, the Lord Ganesh, the obstacle remover. So anything that was there, and you were protected, and you're guided through whatever it is that's going on, whatever it is that's taking place at this time, you are safe. Remember that message that just came out? You are safe. You are being surrounded by the Ascended Masters. Your obstacles are being cleared away, and you're going to be moving forward positively in a positive direction. And what's interesting is all of a sudden, my solar plexus is spinning like I can't even tell you. So whatever it was that was stopping you from moving forward before, there was a reason. There's always a reason, right? Any efforts that you would have made would have fallen apart. It wouldn't have worked. That's why it didn't happen. And the other card that came out is loss. And I keep getting this every single day, several times a day. And so here's Spirit. Maybe this is why I came down here, right? Because this is what needed to be shared. The message is grief, sadness, loss. And this one is very, very upset, right? But the key word to the end of it is resurrection. So something has happened. Something was brutal. Something, obviously, right? Obviously something was blocking your progress. You weren't moving forward. There was a disappointment. There was a letdown. Maybe you have a dream and it's destined to fail, or it seems like it is. Or maybe someone that you loved moved away. Somebody I loved moved away. Or a partnership was doomed. You thought it was going to succeed and it didn't. And what this message is telling you, that either what you thought was going to die or not work out is going to come back, and it will. The ending won't take place. Or if something has ended, it will be made new or brought back in a new way, in a better way. And you're safe along the way. So that is badass. That was for the first item. Second item, we're going to go to the candle, the fish candle. No, you didn't miss much. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Another message just flipped out. They are very single, smile. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose item number 2, which is the fish. You guys, if you just signed on, coal oil lamp is 1, the fish is 2, big mouth bass is 3, and the angelfish is number 4. Hi, Andy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose, I'm going to let you guys take a look out here. You might as well look at that. Look at those. See those guys swimming around in the sky? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Ha ha! 7. Number 1 joined them, which means if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. Yeah, baby. There they are, right there. See? I love it when my messengers show up to punctuate a message. So, like Spirit says, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad it looks, how bad it feels, don't ever abort your spiritual path, right? Stay on your path. Because, and so many people do. I think it's really interesting. You know, when I was in religion, and I am not, when things got tough, it's like when the going gets tough, the tough get going. It's supposed to be they get going on their path. And right as I say that, I saw a huge fish just jump out of the water, right? They jump. But what happens is generally people lose their faith and they stop doing what they're supposed to do, which is the opposite of what you want to do. You got 2 messages here. Ooh, you got 3 messages here. So for those who chose the fish candle holder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they are 7. Okay. First thing you're getting is lost love. Surrender. There's a healing and there's a release. So somebody's quite sad, right? Lying in a pool of emotions. And it's interesting because the full moon above it is talking about emotions, that energy. So now there's 3 different messages here. So as I said, they can be 3 separate messages or they can go together. So this is telling you that Spirit understands it's normal to be sad when you lose a job, when a relationship ends, right? When somebody passes into spirit. But everything does happen for a reason, even when we don't think it does, even when we think it's not fair. And right now, Spirit is saying, if someone has walked away, if someone has left, if you have to leave, Spirit is guiding you towards something better for your soul. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean when you lose someone, like, it can be a temporary situation. Say right now in your family, the situation isn't good. Or like even for my twin soul and I, right? There were reasons we couldn't be together. It's been 6 years, right? Spirit has never told me, ever, that that's not where my twin soul is and that's not where I'm supposed to be. But it wasn't time. And I was like this, right? It was awful. That broke my spirit. It did. And yet Spirit says, what can you do? You can't fight what's happening. You have to accept what is. So it's about surrendering. And when you surrender, there's little point in searching. Maybe someone did break up with you. Maybe somebody fired you. Maybe somebody moved to a different state. Or, like I said, maybe you're having problems with family. And so it's best to have a bit of a distance. It doesn't mean that they're forever going to be out of your life, but now they are. Or maybe someone really did go away. They chose someone else. I love someone else. I'm sorry, right? You've got to surrender to it. You've got to allow the healing to take place. You have to understand it wasn't meant for you because something better is meant for you. So then they show repressed emotions, right? And it talks about you can't repress your emotions. You need to do this. You don't want to be stuffing all of your emotions inside. You aren't going to be allowed to heal if you keep everything inside. So this is about allowing yourself to heal. But what's interesting to me is the 3rd card that comes up is achievement. And it says, stay focused on your dream. So if there's a lost love, a surrender, a healing, like I said, it could be several different things. It didn't work out with that one, right? No, that one wasn't for you. Don't repress your emotions. Allow for a healing. Keep your eyes focused on your dream. The dream just is coming about in a different fashion, right? So keep focused on your dream. Or it could be 3 separate things. 3 completely separate things. One, we've already covered pretty strong. The achievement is that whatever this was that you've been working towards, you're soon going to achieve it. So you're going to achieve something that you've been working towards. And the efforts that you've put in, it's going to pay off, is the message. And you're going to celebrate. So maybe you were this. Maybe it was this. I felt like this is how I felt. It was going nowhere. Remember what we just got a second ago? Loss, grief, this thing that you were working towards. This is how I feel, considering that they just came this way. Of course, there can be ones who have literally lost a loved one to death. I mean, you can't bring them back till they decide to come back in the form of an animal or a pet or someone else. So you do have to surrender that. You do have to release that. You can't forever stay in this place of mourning because life is meant for the living, right? So you deal with it. And then you keep focused on your dream because their life path is over. Yours is not. You move forward and you will achieve it. Or it's what we just got a minute ago. This is how you felt. What you thought. You've given up. You surrendered. I gave up hope. I can't see this happening. I got that this morning for myself. Somebody said that to me. You're feeling that way, aren't you? That you just can't see this happening. You can't see it working. And yet Spirit says it's okay to feel what you're feeling. We don't want you to repress your emotions. It's actually very unhealthy to repress. You need to actually look at the situation and ask, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning from this situation, right? And then they pop up and say, keep focused, because what you've actually been working towards, you're going to achieve it. So I feel like these all go together is mostly the message, because this is a lotus flower or a lily. They have to push through the mud to come to the surface, to blossom on the top of their emotional waters. It's not an easy way for them to come. They're down underneath the muck. They're in really yucky, mucky soil. And they push through. They're constantly reaching, constantly keeping focused on their goal, looking for the light. And what did the 7 doves say? Stay on your spiritually illuminated path and it will exceed your expectations, because you're going to achieve everything you set out to achieve. As long as you don't stay in this place of sadness, as long as you know how to healthily work through your emotions and take a look at and ask, what is this reflecting back to me in my life? And then get back focused, because you're about to achieve it. So there's that. Okay, so next message is going to be the big mouth bass. I'm going to pick the big mouth bass. I live in Big Bass Cove, actually. That's what this is called here. So, Big Bass Cove. My landlord is a Pisces, and this is his cove. So I guess he's the big mouth bass. That's funny. Did you hear that? No. I said, this is Big. Are we Big Bass Cove or Little Bass Cove?
Big Bass Cove.
So I said, this is a big mouth bass.
Yeah.
And I said, we live in Big Bass Cove, right, and this is my landlord's house. I said, he must be the big mouth bass, and I'm the angelfish.
I gotta get Daisy. I don't wanna...
Oh, it's okay. She's down here? Oh, there she is, right there. She's right down by the water plants. Right in the corner. Yeah. He's got this little tiger cat that's constantly trying to break into my house, and he let her out of prison today, and she's been allowed to play down here. Oh, right, great message. So guess, hey Pat, this is a good message for you. Well, we're doing the reading for the week, or for the day, and I'm using the 4 items, and the big mouth bass, I can't even say it, is the item, which I just said was you. So your message is happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. So a road that seemed to be very difficult, even though there's ups and downs, it leads to a positive outcome. They show a rainbow after a storm, and the sun is out, and the sun is always good news in its growth and its financial abundance. Yay! So that's what we get again. So this is the second message. So I talked about this with Sandy's message, right? And it talks about that it could be, if this is a couple or partnership or family, right? Sometimes you're not in sync, but look, you're moving in the same direction. So sometimes you're not in sync with each other, but you're still connected. You're still moving. That's why when I saw this, I knew this was my twin soul and I. We took different paths, but we're going in the same direction, always. And above us is the rainbow that says there will be a promise after the storm, and the sun will come. The divine masculine is up high in the sky. I think he's a pilot. Happiness, harmony, fulfillment. So the number is 24. So 2, everything's happening exactly as it is meant to happen, with divine blessings for everybody involved. Let go and have faith. 4 means angels are all around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. And 2 and 4 together is 6. Don't be so focused in this material world. There is a spiritual world as well. And what I think about when I think about that today is, I was talking to someone this morning on a chat line on my work line on Keen. And the person said, my girlfriend believes in life after death and I don't. And it bothers me. How can I reconcile that? And why does it bother me? And I said, I understand that completely, because I came out of religion. I said I was Jehovah's Witness, and believe me, I never believed that was true, and I would have thought that they were demons, and it took me many, many years to realize that what I now believe is not wrong. And I said, and why does it matter? I said, what's so wrong if somebody that you loved is able to consciously connect with you after they pass into spirit? How can that hurt you? If anything, that's going to help you. And I said, but it's kind of like anything. Anything is a pattern or a belief system, right? It takes a long time to break down old belief systems. And if you're raised in a family believing or being taught, or they're teaching you, fire and brimstone, and you're going to die if you masturbate. We were told that. My brother got in big trouble. They were told, man, it's a sin to masturbate. Well, I'd be up shit creek without a paddle, because I've been celibate for, 6.5 years, right? 6 years? How long have you been gone, Jake? And before that, right? So, what are you going to do? Really? What if you just you're with nobody, so then you never even can touch yourself? It's your own body. Why can't you touch yourself? But they're taught that, right? So I said it takes a long time to break down belief systems. It took me probably 10 years to truly believe, honestly, that I was not speaking to demons, that I was dealing with angels. And as soon as I said that, the 4 doves went by. 4 is the angels are with you. I know I speak with angels. I work with angels. I am an angel walking. So I find that today, the number 6, and there they are again, 4. Isn't that funny? They dropped the 2 just for this message. I'll show it to you to prove you guys when they go by again. But remember, they were going around as 6, and then they were going around as 7, and now there's just 4, just to punctuate that particular message. But 6 also means victory. It also means nostalgia, and it means coming back from the past. So right here, these 2 that have been moving in the same direction, but never, you know, it's kind of like a, what is that called? Star-crossed lovers, right? I was there, I was just there, and I was up here, and she was just there, and it's like this, constantly missing. Nostalgia, this is Mercury retrograde. Coming back around, says the number 6. So that's a beautiful message. I like that. And 6 also is about don't be so focused on this material world as in financial. Spirit knows what we need, right? And they bring us what we need. And what else was I thinking when I was saying to that person? Oh, people are always trying to, that doesn't make sense. Spirit doesn't make sense. You can't make logic sense out of spirit. It just is. Because the things that spirit is able to do shouldn't be able to happen. But they happen. So, you know, you can't see the wind. It's the same old thing. You can't see the wind, but you know it's there, right? And I have said myself, maybe when I have dead loved ones that come through me, because I got to tell you, it's really hard when they do. When they arrive and they come through my body, I've never wanted that to happen. It's very hard on my body. It's very upsetting. I feel all the emotions. It takes a lot out of my body. And I said to Spirit, I don't want to deal with the dead. I've got friends who deal with the dead, and I don't want to deal with the dead. But it's happened. It's like it's not my choice. And it happened, I think, to prove to me what was going on. And I thought, well, maybe it's just spirit. It's just spirit. Because when we go back to spirit, we're all once again part of the united collective, the group, spirit. And maybe they just show us our loved ones so that we can understand the messages that we need. I don't know. I haven't died yet in this life, right? And in my past lives, I was always a medicine woman. I was always kind of this same kind of energy that I am now. So I always got around to believing the same thing before. Okay, so the next message already popped out, and it is for the angelfish, and I choose it because that's me, and I got a great message for us, and it's still, see, now look, see, there's 4. Can you guys see them? 4 of them. I'm telling you, spirit works with me. I had 7 going around and around and around, and when I needed the number 4 to show up to say that I was working with angels, not demons, 4 showed up. So I like that. So, okay, so for the ones who chose the angelfish, the message is winter's end. And I like this. I've been talking to others about this, how most of the world, not most of the world, us that live in this area, we're going into a winter season, right? We're in fall right now. But and I've said this, the ones of us that have been going through this difficult time, in the colder months, it's going to become much warmer for us. And so that's what's going on right now. There's a regeneration that's happening. You can see this one. She's standing there naked, bare, exposed, vulnerable. She's out in the cold. She's not hiding anything, right? She's like, here I am. She doesn't have much going on. But the message is winter's end. So whatever it is that's left her out in the cold, made her or him feel that they're out in the cold, you can see right here, there's little flowers starting to grow behind her on these barren branches. So what was barren before? Remember, Ganesha said, what was once barren is now coming to life. What was not able to be passed, what was it at an impasse, is now opening up. Because the messages are not, it's regeneration, it's rebirth, and it's a positive outcome. So whatever it is that's been cold and has made you feel that you're out in the cold, has felt lonely, has felt sparse, maybe, as far as finances possibly, things are starting to sprout. So I'm thinking, you know, you've been putting in a lot of work and you haven't seen anything for your effort, all the effort that you've been putting in, or it's just been really flat for a really long time. You keep on your spiritually illuminated path every day. Spirit gives you one more sign or one more shot in the arm to keep you going just one more day. And it's like, God, it's just one more day, right? I just keep pushing one more day. But what's going to start happening here is opportunities are going to start presenting themselves to you. And when they do, Spirit says, don't hesitate. This is about jumping on them, grabbing them, because it's your time. You are starting to blossom. You're going to be in the limelight. People are going to start paying attention to you. Doors that were closed before are now going to open. Why? Because freaking Michael and Ganesha just came blasting through and kicked the locks off, right? All the people that were manipulating and lying and deceiving and getting in your way, they're being pushed aside. The ones who were sleepwalking are starting to wake up and understand the efforts that you've had to put in. It's like when you till your soil and you lay your seeds. They don't grow right away. You got to keep cultivating, right? You've got to water them. You got to put the fertilizer down. You got to just keep doing your thing. Sometimes you just have to freaking wait. Sometimes it's just not time. You can't make a force the bud to open, right? And you think about, I posted on my page something about sacred sexual bliss, and it was literally showing a woman and her flower, right? And it was talking about when somebody gives themselves to you, that is sacred, that is precious, that is something to be guarded, safeguarded, and to treasure, right? Well, maybe somebody's flower wasn't ready to be opened. Maybe, and it can be a male as well. We all have feminine energy within us. Maybe somebody had been in a very difficult, dark time, and they were shut down emotionally, and their bud was tightly closed, and now it's starting to flower, and it's going to open. And that's for men and women. So whatever it is, it's a positive outcome. It's something to look forward to, right? It's prosperity. So if you've been wondering when this is going to happen and you chose this one, your doors are about to start opening. There's a affirmation for this, if I can see enough to read it. Sorry. Here, I'll let you guys look out. So the affirmation for Winter's End says, I give thanks for the blessings that I receive each day. All is possible for me now. All doors are open. I invite prosperity into my life and I embrace new opportunities. So if it has yet to happen, say that now. Say it now. I give thanks for the blessings that I receive each day. All is possible for me now. All doors are open. I invite prosperity into my life and I embrace new opportunities. I'm going to go back and I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give you the affirmations for eternal love. For the one, oh, you guys can't see it. For this one, for anybody who got that message, I'll give you the affirmation for that one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I just keep saying that because it keeps me neutral. Okay, so for your affirmation, I release myself from all negative attachment. I trust that this is for my highest good. I trust that this is for the highest good of all. I help others most by not allowing myself or them to be codependent. I look at every situation in a balanced way. And for those who got the repressed emotions, the Moonlight Goddess, there's an affirmation for you too. Because for the ones that are going through a difficult time, maybe you're not in this place yet, you have to act as though you're there. We've got one for Ganesha as well. For all of them, I'm going to give you affirmations for all of them because affirmations are what make it happen, right? This is how you create your future before it gets here, by stating it like it is. Okay, so for the Moonlight Goddess, I'll let you look outside. I give thanks for the healing that is taking place now in my life. I express all I feel honestly and lovingly, without fear or apprehension. I am safe. Remember the message we got? I am safe. I am loved. I am one with the goddess. I am one with the earth and all creation. And for those where Lord Ganesh came, which was the very first message. Now for myself, and other people that have been in Christianity or may still be in Christianity and religion, and who may, because there are people that are connected to me that are not the same belief as I am, right? I don't worship Ganesh. I don't worship Buddha. I don't worship any of those things. To me, they're symbols, and they mean something. I worship God. That's it, period. So Ganesh, I am protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take that as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease, and which is what is happening now for the ones who got that message, right? The path is clearing. All that occurs or does not occur is for my highest good. And if you can't wrap your brain around that and you can't accept that, you're going to go through life fighting and pushing, and it's going to be really, really difficult for you. It's about acceptance and understanding that it's all working out for you all the time. Okay, so then we go to the ones who had loss, right? Which is the number 20. It's humid down here today. Nothing is missing. Things simply change form. My life is forever transforming to ever greater love. The earth and I are one. I am forever protected and guided by love. Spiritually, there is neither a beginning nor an end. So those who had the dream, no, they didn't have the dream. I had that. Hold on. An apprehension we didn't have. Hold on. I just had some on my own. For those who had achievement, I don't know that I read one for, oh, here, lost love. That's one we were looking at. So for lost love, I think we just did lost love, didn't we? Let me just check. I kind of got things out of order. No. Okay. It's good to look at this. It's good to look at the sky when I say these because it's kind of like a meditation, these affirmations. So it's good to look up there. For lost love, all I experience in life has a purpose and is meaningful. Everything is a part of a higher plan. Every experience expands my understanding and appreciation of love. The truth is what is. The truth is what was. And the truth is what will be. And then, I'm not sure if we had, did we get one for Winter's End? I don't know, but I'm going to say it again because I freaking like it. So this is the last one. I give thanks for the blessings that I receive each day. All doors are open. All is possible for me now. I invite prosperity into my life, and I embrace new experiences. That works for me. And for those who got achievement, your affirmation is, I give thanks for all of the successes coming my way. All I do is a co-creation with my higher self, the universal light of love. I keep focused on my dream. What I imagine, I create. I am grateful for what I have achieved. Okay, so that's it for the reading. If anybody is there, and there's only 4 people right now, so if anybody that's there would like to have a private reading that I didn't give you one, or you just want me to ask for a card, I'd be happy to do that before I head back up. Just let me know. Take a look outside. Let me know if anybody wants me to pull a couple cards and see what's going on. This is a catch and release lake, which I think is disgusting. It's kind of like people, right? I don't really want her. I just want the attention. And then when I get her, I throw her back, or him. And that's what leaves people scarred for other relationships. And that's why their flowers tightly closed. The guy comes to my cove and he's hunting my fish that I take care of. And I said, stay away from my cove. That's my fish. And he says, I'm not going to hurt him. I said, really? You're just going to rip his face open with your hook? Well, they don't feel it. Really? You don't know that their faces get infected and then they die slowly? I got a problem with all you hunters. Okay, Joy, you would like one, and Amy, you would like a message too? And Robin. All right, let me go back here. I'll turn this around like this. Okay, so for those who don't know, I've got 2 decks. Actually, I've got 4 decks, but I've got the Naked Truth. It's 3 bundles of 111 messages. So it's deck 1, 2, or 3 of the Naked Truth or the Gaia Oracle. So choose your deck. So Amy wants a message, Joy wants a message, and Robin. So the message, you have to tell me, Gaia or the Naked Truth 1, 2, or 3? Joy, I think it's water. I think that you need to pay attention. You need to address your drinking of water because that keeps coming back to me. The naked truth, Robin, I need to, okay, well, it's deck 1, 2, or 3. There's 3 decks of the naked truth, so I'll just go through here. It's just that Spirit knows what's in each bundle, right? And so if you choose, it'd be best for you to choose yourself which deck you want, 1, 2, or 3 of the naked truth. 3? 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, I've got 3 in my hand, so that works. Correct for neutrality on all levels. My higher self probably would have gone to it anyway because Spirit's guiding this. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And I'm doing this for Robin. Correct for neutrality. What is the message most applicable, or the messages, whatever it is that you choose, for Robin to see, understand, know? And understand this is, somebody could be saying this to you, Spirit could be saying this to you, or this is something you need to say to someone else. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality for Robin. Can you show me, is there a message in this deck? And Spirit may say that there isn't. Oh, yep, there is. Okay. So yours is it too soon for me to kiss you? Somebody's asking this question. Is it too soon for me to kiss you? They're thinking that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Is it too... And you know what's interesting that just kind of jumped into my head? You're sitting there racking your brain going, I'm not even going out with anybody. What are you talking about? That doesn't apply to me. And who would be saying that to me? And I thought to myself, how many of you have teenagers or kids? And they're sitting there thinking to themselves, I wonder if it's too late for me, or too soon for me to do that. You know? Gotta pay attention. Hi. You're welcome. You're welcome, you guys. Is there anything else in here for Robin? Correct for neutrality. For Robin, is there anything else in this deck for Robin? Is there a message in here for Robin? Okay, so there's a message for Robin. They will walk away. Let them. Stay strong. They will return. They will walk away. Stay strong. They will return. Again, I don't have to do this, but I am going to because sometimes people jump to the wrong conclusion, especially since we're in Mercury retrograde. You could have to lay the law down with your teenager, and they're going to be all pissed off, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm moving out. I'm done. I'm over this. Let them go. They'll come back. I had that with one of my clients recently. She was really upset. Her son said he was going to join the Army or the Navy, and she was losing her mind, and I said, he's upset. He's going to come back. He won't go. And he didn't. Okay, so Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Can't believe I have to squint. Amy, number 3. Same message, same deck. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Remember, I've got 1, 2, or 3 deck. Naked truth. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Amy. I think it's interesting. I just heard the brave will ask. The brave will ask. You got to be brave. Gaia can't choose, so excited. It's regarding my relationship. Thank you so much. Yay. See, they'll come back. You stand strong in your goddess power. Correct for neutrality. And is it too soon to kiss you yet? Woo! Ooh, there's one. Okay, so who am I reading the for right now? Let me see. I just got to... Everybody started talking all of a sudden and it got all spun. Shoot. Amy? Is this for Amy? Joy? Who is this for right now? Amy, right? So Amy, they are very angry. Back off. Somebody is very angry. Back off. Is the message. Is there anything else for Amy in this pile? Ooh, yep, this one. Please give me a second chance. Interesting. They are very angry. Back off. So that could be you even. Please give me a second chance. You. Please give me a second chance. Is there anything else? They're very angry. Back off. Please give me a second chance. Woo! That's too many. I need just 1 or 2. I can't have 7. Okay, this one. Somebody is saying it's time for a new pet for your home. And I got to tell you, this came up in a reading recently. And the message was, your pet needs your attention ASAP. And I looked around immediately for mine, and they were all asleep. And I thought, that doesn't make sense. Of course it makes sense. These are never wrong. Spirit doesn't necessarily mean what you think. So I looked up what is a pet. And what came up was a pet was your best friend. Your best friend, or it's a member of your family. I don't like anybody in my family except for my little sister. That's my pet. That's your pet. Your favorite or your best friend. Your best friend is as loyal as your golden retriever, right? They'll do anything for you. They're devoted. So right now, it's time for a new pet in your home. Interesting. It's time for a new pet in your home. So maybe somebody has been getting a lot of attention, and now it's time to transfer that attention to someone else. Pamela, which deck, please? Okay, Amy. Melissa, what deck? Yeah, you guys, you got to tell me. Who's next? I mean, I can't get over this. My mouth is so freaking dry. Who's next? Gosh, all I can see is dark circles under my eyes. Joy is next. Joy, did I say what Joy was? Did we say what she was? Amy, me, Melissa. Joy is now, and Joy was what? I don't know what deck. I'm sorry, Sandy. It scrolled really fast all of a sudden. It's like it held everything, and oh my God! Huge fish just jumped in my cove. Huge, huge. I don't know what deck it was. Sorry, you guys. Correct for neutrality on all levels. People on YouTube are going to be like, bored. I have to do I should have done I didn't know I was going to do today's reading, so I'm going to have to fast forward. Unless I can cut. I might be able to cut. God, that was a big jump. Gaia for joy. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For joy. What is the message for joy? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For joy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is my way of giving back, right? This is my way of giving treats. If anybody would like to delve deeper into their situation and book a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. This is what I do for a living, full time. So there you go. Wow. So joy, passion, love, spiritual connection. So Sacred Heart. Your Sacred Heart is what first comes. So Sacred Heart, the number 12. 1, keep your thoughts positive, optimistic. The universe is taking a snapshot of what you're creating with your thoughts right now. Do you like what you're thinking? If not, change your stinking thinking. 2, everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. And 3, an ascended master is working with you, probably one that you know. And 3 is a goddess number, I told you, for female power. And it's also talking about full circle and completion, which is clear with your message that you're moving on from your job. So you're entering a time. This is what's happening now. You're walking away from that, and you're entering a deeply affected time, affected by love, by spiritual love. It's very, very positive. It's a time when you are supposed to think about deeply what it is that matters most to you, what it is that you want to make your priority now. This is about self-discovery. This is your spiritual connection to your highest self, also to your family, to your friends, to the soul family, to this planet, to everyone. This is when your passion is elevated. Your appreciation for life is on fire, right? It's a very, very sacred time. Spirit says they don't want you to become nervous about it, but you're going to find your emotions on a bit of a roller coaster. Sometimes you're going to be feeling super excited and happy. Other times you're going to be feeling very, very emotional. But Spirit says that there's an illumination and healing and inspiration that comes from this. So there's a lot of energy being focused on creativity and inspiration, whatever it is that your heart inspires you to do right now. Spirit says they want you right now to say thank you for the blessings on their way. And you have an affirmation. I am in tune with my light, my inner light and wisdom. I am guided always by love. I energetically share my light and wisdom with others. I am one with the earth and stars, and the guidance I receive is free from the limitations of time and space. See, it's like that person that said to me how they didn't believe in life after death, and how could I reconcile us? It really bothers me. And there it is right there. I'll have to remember this for when that person comes back to me again and says that. The guidance I receive is free from limitation. We're the ones that put limits on ourselves. There is no limit for spirit. I'm looking at a fish floating in my cove because it doesn't hurt him to be hooked, right? He obviously is dead, and he's not on somebody's plate. Sherilyn. Joyce says, what? That's just started. I was disappointed the last couple of days. Yeah, it's going to go up and down. It's Mercury retrograde, dude. Don't fight it. In the end, it's a blessing, right? Because it's like getting rid of all of that stuff stored in so that when the good stuff comes, you don't have anything weighing you down. So Sherilyn, Gaia card. I don't know, Sandy, if you said something else. Melissa is next. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, Melissa. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Oh, it's really pretty out here, you guys. Look. Oh, look, we got a totem. We got a totem right there. So this is actually, he's not my friend. He turns into a sphinx moth. And he's down here scouting out because he's done his damage on these plants. But the message for caterpillar, come on, inchworm, one step at a time. Come on, there you go. So we're gonna move him because I don't want him to eat our flowers, but I don't kill anything. You can eat the oleander. They probably can't. They're probably poisonous. They're poisonous to animals, that's for sure. Dogs and cats, that's for sure. Come on, get off of me. There you go. So that's our totem. If anybody else wants to look up caterpillar totem, that's a message. It's a special message, actually, for, I wanted to show you that, though. The sky is so beautiful up there. So, Melissa, that's yours specifically. If you want to look up caterpillar totem. And my favorite site for you to go to is the spirit. What is it? It says spirit animals, I think. Caterpillar totem. Because, I mean, there's a lot of them, but I like that company because they always give you 3 different specific messages from the caterpillar, and it really pinpoints what's going on. Yeah. So look it up, and I'm going to look myself, too. Unless you want to share it with us, that'd be great. Correct for neutrality. Joy's not fighting. Good. I don't want to fight anymore either. I'm over it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. It takes a lot of energy to fight, you know? I'd rather love. Here, let's just take a peek up this way really quick. Oh, not at me. Isn't that beautiful? You guys can look into the sun without blinding you. I can't. So I can actually look through my screen and see that, and that's badass to be able to look through the sun like that. I haven't been down here in a really, really long time, and it's such a beautiful place. I should move I think I will. I think I'll move our decks. Dang, I got burned on my face. How is that possible? I've not even been down. I am so easily burned. That might mean something. Hold on. I kind of want to go where there's a little bit of light. Forget it. It's coming around. It'll blind me anyway. Okay. Correct for neutrality. Melissa. I was going over there, but then I just remembered I can't go there with my sunglasses off. I won't be able to read. Correct for neutrality. They're beautiful moths. They are poisonous to everything. They grew so big. Did you guys see what they're called? They're called horn. Ooh. There's another one of my favorite totems. Right there. White heron coming in for a landing. Yeah, right here. Right there. That's a big boy. Look at that. Sexy. That's a really good messenger. Sacred and noble guardianship. Love that. Okay, talks about protection for you, or for either you are going to be the sacred protector of someone else, or you have secret noble guardianship around you. Okay, I kicked your comments away, sorry. Correct for neutrality, Melissa. No, I can't do it. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this so it's... You don't have to look at me. I'll just read your comments. I keep forgetting. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct. So they're hookworm or hornworm, and they consumed my moonflower. So for me, it was a negative. It was a moth that was freaking... They were ginormous. There was nothing left of my moonflower, and they were huge. So I didn't kill them because I'm kind. I rehomed them. I took them down into the back alley and I gave them a big plant weed that they could chew on. I just got a loud message for that. Go smoke your weed, dude. Stay away from my moonflower and go smoke your weed. And that's where they went. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Melissa's message is the hidden path, which is pretty freaking cool. Because it's kind of like showing you, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. So let's read this. Third eye open. The divine masculine, and there's religion right in the middle of that. Two trees crossing over. I like this. It looks like a spiritual connection. It's interesting because they start out as one down here, and they grow up separately, but then they cross back over again, and they're still reaching for the light. So the hidden path. So your connection, and there's two hearts down here in the roots. So something is rooted deeply. Your love is rooted deeply. The number is 34. 3 and 4 is 7. So that's, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectation. So think about traveling in the forest, or you're traveling in your life, right? And you've gone quite a long ways, and you've been searching for the truth. Religion's in the center, right? But then your third eye is open over here. Interesting to me, the way they've got the religion kind of locked in here, but this is free and this is free, right? The divine masculine and the third eye are out in the open, and religion's kind of stuck in the middle of that. So you've been learning a lot of lessons. Obviously, we all have, right? But you're stuck at some spot in your life. You've got to a place, but you feel like you're stuck. Like, where do I go from this point on? But this is a magic forest. Just like I said about spirit, there's nothing that's impossible for spirit. You can't see a way through something, through a situation. But there is a way. So spirit wants you to move forward spiritually. When you can't move forward physically, move forward spiritually, eagerly. And there's healing and protection along your way. And you have to now merge, which is interesting. I keep coming back to that person that was wrote to me. You've got to merge what you know and what spirit is saying, what you don't know, what you can't logically explain at this time. And when your heart and your mind are in union with spirit, everything's possible. So that's when you have alchemy. When you do what you can do, right? What you physically can do, what you can understand, and what you don't know how to do, you hand it to spirit. And that's how you work together as a team. And your affirmation is, my heart and mind are in perfect alignment. My heart's desires and my thoughts are one. I am a spiritual being in a physical body. The journey ahead is filled with light. The light of my soul is what illuminates my path. I like that. That's pretty freaking cool. You know what it means, right on. Sherilyn is now Gaia. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Now we have 4 again. No, we don't. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 doves. The doves say, take a breath, take it easy, soulmate connections, harmony, my favorite word, they talk about extending an olive branch. Ooh, there's yours. Reflection. Interesting. I haven't gotten this one for a long time. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. Distortion. Why is it that when I said distortion, did I hear extortion? I did. And right as I say that, 4 angels fly by me. They all just landed on the shore, every single one of them. And they're all taking, oh my God, I wish I could have shown you that. They're all taking a drink in the water. Taking a drink from the spiritual water. And self-examination, distortion. I'm moving over here because it's too beautiful to miss. I gotta think about this card. Why did I hear extortion? That's really, really bizarre. Okay, so self-examination. Well, sometimes when we examine something too closely, we distort it, right? Because we're stuck in our own illusions. Spirit wants us to examine our hearts. They want us to take a look in our own reflection. But sometimes we're not very kind to ourselves, right? And the reflection isn't accurate. Sometimes we're harder on ourselves than anybody else could ever be. Okay, that's pretty badass. I say yes to that. Okay, so reflection, illusion. So there is an illusion of some sort. I'm looking at, here, I'll let you look at the card again. We're over here now. Can you see your card? So there's only one sun or moon, right? But you see many of them in the water. There's only one sun, but you see many. Oh my God, Spirit just gave me a freaking loud message. I knew it. Fuck, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Don't ever second guess your higher self. You see one. I mean, you see 4, but there's only one. Oh my God, it was you all along, wasn't it? Yep, I heard that in a dream a long time ago. God. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. When will you ever learn? So, 1, keep your thoughts positive. Do you like what you're creating with those thoughts? If not, change your thinking. 3, Ascended Masters working with you. Full circle, completing something. 1 and 4, 3 together are the 4, and they came down and they took a drink. All 4 of them immediately flew down together and they took a drink out of the spiritual water, right? Not our own distorted reflection. So what you see around you, what we visualize, what we think, what comes to our mind is what we're thinking inside. It's a mirrored reflection of ourself, right? So if there's something chaotic in your reality, then there's chaos inside, right? There's turmoil. So like what I just noticed, you saw 4, but there was only 1. So it doesn't, so I'm just gonna run with this. I'm gonna run with this, okay? So I saw 4, but there was only 1, right? So the ones that are misleading and the ones that are trying to do the other, they aren't the one. It's not this one doing it. These ones are the tricksters, right? It's not real. Sometimes what we think actually we're seeing is not real either. So there's a reflection about something that what needs to happen, and they all just took off just now from the water. Okay, so what needs to happen right now is you need to examine yourself. What's going on? Spirit says we want you to look deeply into this. This is not about skimming the surface of the water, of your emotional waters, right? You need to dive down deep to discover what the truth is, what the truth to this situation is. It's going to take a little bit of time. You got to be dedicated to it, and you've got to wait, because I often get I'll ask Spirit to show me something, right? And I talked about this earlier. I ask for an answer to something, and they'll say to me, just be patient. Don't go looking for it. We'll bring it to you. And when you get it, you'll know. It'll be very clear. And they showed me what to do, right? I got it. but I didn't go looking. So what about diving down deep? Well, is there something that I'm thinking about this situation that's twisting things? Because in all reality, there really is only one, but you're seeing a reflection of 4, right? There is only one. So is it me that needs to restore balance in my own life and calm my emotional waters so that I see the truth about what's going on? Or is there something that I need to look into? Is there somebody that's being dishonest with me? Is there something that's happening here? I pay very close attention. I take notes. I keep records. I am a freaking detective, straight up. I should have been a cop or a lawyer. And I'm telling you, I have my memory detail is infallible. I can remember word for word what you said, but I can't remember what time it is or what day it is. But when it matters, I have everything in here. So go back over your records, go back over your dreams, and what is it that you're being shown? You'll see a consistent story unfold. Sometimes you need counseling. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody to get this out. Sometimes you need spirit's help. So you need a counselor like me, a spiritual counselor, to ask spirits perspective on what's going on. And you need to be committed to it. So your affirmation for this card: my heart is full of love and light. All is well in my world. I feel the peace within me, and this creates peace around me. I observe all I think and feel. Each negative thought or feeling is automatically transformed to love. So for me, this just confirms for myself. I don't know about you. And somebody said to me the other day, I don't care about their stories. Well, stories is how I teach, right? That's how I was taught as a child, growing up in religion. Jesus told stories, right? And those were the stories that I liked. I liked understanding stories. So for my story, this just proves again that the sun, the divine masculine, there is only one. So for these 3 here that are trying to be copycats, you fail miserably. There's only one, right? There's one that shines above the rest. And he's above the emotional waters where, well, you're drowning in your emotional waters and you need to seek help. That's my answer. You need to seek help. Remember I said my message was, there's only one that I love? That one. So, I don't know what that message for you, Sherilyn. You have to look into it. But that was a pretty loud message for me. So, true love runs deep. Yeah, it does. Okay. Was there anybody else that was next? Oh, Melissa, right on. You rock. Symbolic significance of the caterpillar. The symbolic significance of the caterpillar is patience and transformation. Moreover, they cannot rush change like the chameleon and some octopuses. They know that no matter how long they wait, adjustments in one's life are inevitable. I'm going to look up the one from the spirit ones as well, because they got specific messages. Thank you for sharing that. Was there anybody else that was next, or are we wrapping up soon? Oh my God, I know what that means. Right on, there you go. Looks like Pamela left. Okay, so I'm going to ask for a message from me, and then we're going to call it a day. And I'm asking for a message right now from Spirit. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Here, I'll let you guys look out here. It's pretty. It's hard for me to see, but it's pretty for you. Was I wrong in there? I saw. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the message for me that I need to see? That'll help. Gosh, it's pretty that way too, you guys. Look. So pretty. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the message for me? One message. Show me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Wow. Make it pop. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Oops, there we go. What is it? Ha! Right on. Okay. Okay, so my message, and this could be a message for, well, it is. It's a message for everybody, because anything that we get today is going to be help for others. Okay? So my message is rising above. And look who's there, the dove. And when I rhyme, we know that's spirit talking. So at this moment, and it's interesting right now, as I say that, a spider just slung across, I'll show you this. A spider, and it's right here. You see it? Right there in the screen? Spider represents mother. Okay? Mother organization, mother. It also represents creation, but when I saw it, I saw mother. So, rising above, and it's saying clarity, freedom, solution. So the white dove, it's talking about obviously looking at things from spirit's perspective, right? Higher perspective. And I need to do that too. Because physically I can't, I don't have the information in front of me. So emotionally it's about detaching. Detaching from the situation. Too emotionally involved to see it clearly at this moment. So it's detached. Because what do I want? I want peace. I don't want any of this machinations. I don't want any of this bullshit. Right? I just want peace. And what's interesting is when we let go and we release the situation, it works itself out. Spirit works it out because we're not involved in it, right? And I'm very happy to do what this message says, detach. I don't want to think about it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to focus on it. I have my attention somewhere else, like the fact that it's beautiful right now. Like, look at this. Look how gorgeous this is. Why allow somebody else's crap to ruin your bliss, to ruin your peace, right? It's about relaxing, it's about surrendering, it's about getting outside, it's about doing some fun and detaching from whatever the situation is that's causing problems. And I am happy to do that. So, hold on, I gotta take my glasses off again so that I can see, and I can't see over there. It's so freaking bright. You're very welcome. Thank you very much, Sandy, for doing that, for helping. That was awesome. I appreciate your help. And thank you, guys. I'll let you guys take a peek. One more scan around Canyon Lake. I'm really sad about the lake, though. My God, that's craziness. There's actually if I'd lost anything, now would be the time to find it, right? Check it out. That's interesting. That's actually a metaphor. Spirit said that things were about to become transparent, right? Anything hidden was about to be revealed. That's a fact. Look at that. And it has. Anything hidden will be revealed. It's funny how, you go to sleep one night and there's water up here. You get up the next morning and it looks like that. That's what spirit can do. Spirit can do things like that, right? You would never think that all of a sudden the lake is drained. Well, they'll never find that. They'll never see it. It's buried underneath the water. Nope, it's not. Look at that, you guys. This is a perfect day for reading clouds. Oh, it's so pretty. This is my favorite view right here. I could just lay on the Chase Lounge, which is what I'm gonna do, and just look up at that. I love that. Those are so badass. Pat's always saying, oh, I gotta trim those palm trees. But every time I look at them, all I think about is the way they sound with the wind blowing through them. Aren't they pretty? Look how they glisten with the light. So beautiful. All right, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go. I don't think I've even eaten today. I think it's time. I can't see again. What's the point of these glasses? They're just, I guess I don't always have to be working, do I? Everything is so wonderful messages today. Thank you. Very welcome. Hi, Sandy. That would be wonderful. So many deceptive people between us. Hell yeah. That's okay. Nothing stays in the darkness when spirit decides. And what's interesting about that card, actually that card itself, not that one, but the other one that came out about your card, about the fact that there was only one sun. When the sun shines, it illuminates everything. Even the shadows are exposed, right? Yep, the shadows. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I love you. Bye.